Hello to those who are watching, my name is Try to Thrive, and today I'll be going over some brand new Planet Zoo news. The last 2 days we got two brand new screenshots, both of which are very cool, but again they're just typical news screenshots that we'll be going over. And just today we also got another new developer journal. Just like the rest of them, or at least the recent ones, it's not that special, but it does have a couple interesting things I'd like to point out. So let's begin. Okay, here we have our first screenshot, and it's once again of a building in the savannah biome park. I guess they already showed us. I must say though, the detail on this screenshot's really nice. It does reveal some interesting things, such as the vending. These are things we have gotten in Planet Coaster before. I probably should have brought some pictures from Planet Coaster here, but what you do in Planet Coaster is you place down the box for the vent that has all the good stuff on the inside, and then you can build all around it. And I guess this is the same thing going on here. It's actually a really good idea, and it's a perfect way to build our zoos. The grass once again look good, despite the cartoony look. I love the wall decoration. Just look at this right here. I mean, it looks like African shields. That's pretty cool. There's not a whole lot going on in this one, besides seeing just beautiful building. One of my favorite parts is, as a matter of fact, this decoration right here. I guess these are stickers. Being able to place these around our zoo will definitely look really good. Hopefully I'll be doing some exhibit buildings, just like you people do with Zoo Tycoon 2. Has some really good ideas in mind, and I'd love to use a lot of these stickers. There's just a lot to look at here. One thing that's really interesting is, from what I've heard, we'll be able to choose the gender of our employees, and I guess we're looking at it right here. We see a female. I assume it's a female. Yeah, it's a female mechanic. In Planet Coaster, it would just be a simple guy with a mustache, I think, right? I think they all have mustaches. But what really is interesting is this one right here. This animal right here in the back. At first, it looked like an elephant, I'm not gonna lie. In some parts, it kind of does. But it's so clearly not. The legs are too skinny. This is a hump. And then this, instead of this being a trunk, it's obviously a neck. It's a very thick neck. Now, if it is a camel, because it's obviously what it is, we haven't seen the head. The head's, I can't see a head, but I imagine it's somewhere there. Still, the body perfectly fits a dromedary camel, which also surprises me because I'm pretty sure I heard someone say they saw a two-humped camel in the game. But right here we're seeing a one-humped. So I'm 100% certain this is not an elephant, but I'm 99.9% certain this is a dromedary camel, which is awesome. I mean, when are they going to start revealing some new animals? That's my question. And I guess this is kind of a teaser. I mean, we're getting these teasers with the supposed gharial, the obvious spotted hyena, and I guess now the dromedary camel. Still, what do you guys think? Do you think this is a dromedary camel? Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so right here now is our second screenshot, and it is another, more of a official look at the P-File. I mean, we've had a better look at it recently during the behind-the-scenes video, but it was just in footage. But now we got an official, real screenshot of it that really shows it, and it still looks beautiful. I cannot wait to see more of this bird in action. Now, for the rest of the screenshot, there's not really much else to talk about. This is once again in the savannah environment, so you can imagine. I don't know. I don't know why I just said that. There's really not much to talk about, all besides the fact that I really think we need to start seeing more birds in this game. I mean, obviously there's going to be more, and yet since April, this is still the only bird we've seen and even heard about. There's not even a single other bird that's been revealed, and it's just kind of surprising to me. I mean, we know way more reptiles, and especially mammals, but really? Just one type of bird? Though, I'm sure we expect to see another one soon, like maybe flamingos, ostrich. Those are like pretty much the two most ever common zoo birds. I mean, there's many more, of course, but like those two appear the most when you think of zoos and birds. But I'm not gonna lie though, the peafowl looks great. Definitely, it's looked better every time since that first screenshot we got of it that showed it in a really bad quality. But now it just looks amazing. So I definitely, I cannot wait. I'm looking forward to seeing more of the peafowl, but more or less more birds. That's all I'm asking Frontier. More birds. That and also, can I have the entire game right now? Thank you. Okay, here we are at the UI Developer Journal that was just released today. I'm gonna be honest, there's really not a whole lot of new things in this, barely any, so I've pulled out the barest of things, but oh well. So, the biggest thing that I've caught, and like I said, this is very, well, let's see. Okay, this is where it is. The first thing I was going to mention is in the section, what is your favorite thing about working on Planet Zoo? So, where was it? Here's why I caught it interesting. Some species reside on just a tiny island on the east coast of Africa, while others live and can adapt in almost every environment on Earth. And then looking at the game has been a great opportunity to learn about all kinds of animals. Admittedly, knowing a cheetah's environmental preferences only has so many useful applications. So, when he said just a tiny, some species, this is, like I said, so small in news. It might not even mean anything, but some species. I think when he says, what I think that means is there's going to be more than just ring-tailed lemurs, because, like I said, you see what I'm saying? That's the bare thing I'm pulling out from this. Some species. And he's talking about Madagascar. Some, which means more than one. And right now, we only know the ring-tailed lemur, so maybe there's another type of lemur in the game. If so, I'll keep my fingers crossed for red ruff lemurs. Good for conservation. Maybe even the fusa. I'd expect that in the game. So I don't know, I think that was like a little bit of a shout out to more Madagascar animals. Just makes sense. Also, kind of talks about animals that he likes. It's nice. It's nice. It's very simple. Also, I probably should give credit to the, I guess his picture didn't show up. I'm sorry. Well, his name is Marcus Scov. Sorry his picture didn't show up, but oh well. Still, he deserves credit, so there's his name. Here's also just kind of nice how he talked about the hippo in this way. So he said, "My favorite animal is the hippopotamus. It is wonderfully rendered with an incredibly believable model and animation. The attention to detail it has been given with its wiggling ears, general facial expressions, and beautifully reflective hide makes it stand out to me." The way he said that, general facial expression, that's pretty cool. I never really thought of it that way. Animals will have different expressions. I guess hippo fits it good to him. Cool. And then I couldn't find a whole lot else in this besides him and what his experiences are, but at the end, he talked, let's see, there was something at the end. He said, "Equally so, I would also want the attention to," wait, here, I'll read the whole thing, because I remember now. "For me, the experience I want players to feel when playing Planet Zoo is that they are in control of constructing their ideal zoo, with all the nuances and refinements they would need. Equally so, I also want the attention to detail our team has been putting into drawing each and every icon and individual species Zoopedia map have a significance for the player. Immersion. Nothing should feel out of place in this game." That's I'm sorry. What is Ubquitously? Oh, that's embarrassing. I couldn't say that right. That was a word I've never seen. About seeing animals thrive through actions you make. So it was kind of a nice. Once again, we hear about how every action you make, your animals will thrive upon it. Also, it was interesting to hear the Zoopedia map What do they mean by that? Like so every icon for every individual species and individual species Zoopedia map have a significance for the player immersion. I'm trying to make use of this. It's I mean, Zoopedia map. I mean, they already mentioned how Zoopedia is going to be part of the game, and that's, I mean, I guess they might have to tie in with the research in the game. Who knows? But um, I don't know. It's just interesting. There really is not a whole lot to pull from this journal. I mean, I just at least wanted it to be seen. And, there's a few things. I think the Madagascar thing was interesting. I do expect more Madagascar animals. Do you guys expect more Madagascar animals? I expect at least the Fusa to make it in. One lemur and a Fusa. It's perfect. Like I said, talk about the facial expressions on animals. That's kind of cool, and his experience, and even the ending was kind of nice. The Zoopedia. Wait, no, sorry. Equally so, I would have also wanted attention to detail our team has put into drawing each and every icon and individual species Zoopedia map have a significance for the player immersion. Something about that just sticks out in my opinion. But Zoopedia map, I haven't given a whole lot of thought to it, but might have to tie in the research. Yeah. So, that is everything. I kind of started repeating things there. I'm really sorry about that, but that is basically the end of this video here. If you did watch the whole thing, thank you. Please hit that like button and the subscribe button. It really means a lot, but you hear every single YouTuber say it. It is true, though. I will bring more Planet Zoo news as soon as there's more out there. Also, in the comments down below, please let me know if you think we'll be seeing more birds soon, and if you think that animal we couldn't tell for sure was it a dromedary camel or not? Let me know in your opinion. I will almost certainly respond. So, once again, thank you so much for watching this, and have a great day.